What's up, all? How are you? How are you? How are you? Except hoodie. All right. What's up, man? What's up, bomb? If you're on time, that means you're early. We got the rack attack. We got Kit in here. Nice. What's up, JNB? The law firm is here. Beautiful. Volume's a little low. Okay, let me fix that. Careful what you ask for. Careful what you ask for. How about now? So, Casey, Juggalo, give people a little bit of time as usual just to file in, then we'll do the blog reveal and some other stuff. Some good reveals coming up tonight. Thanks for the heads up, Jay Nasty. What's up, Bills? Talvin, come on in, file in, get comfy. You want your ears to vibrate? I got the voice just for that. I got a face for radio and a voice for the shower. What's up, Double JC? Flexibil. I haven't been called that in a while. What's up, Restate? All right. How'd everybody do for boss event? Everyone's favorite event. Mariqua, Fifth Element. What's up, Big Daddy J? Well, we have a marshmallow in the game, Baby Ice. So wouldn't it make sense to have an actual King Kong also to take on Stay Puft? Not Flex is changing. That is why the troll is still. It's funny. All right. I'm actually going to post a couple times server invites. So we have the official Discord server now, and as we have people file in, I'll just talk about this and promote this a little bit. Really cool server instead of just a town hall where just a few people were selected for whatever the reasons they were selected. We have this now. All right. So that is the official channel. I'm going to pin it. The official server now. We have some great mods in there. We have some great representatives in there. The CCs are in there. The devs are in there. Let me unpin that. Okay, it'll pin for 20 minutes. We have devs in there. We have a whole bunch of people. What's up, Eric? In there that are helping you around the clock, myself included. And there's some light trolling involved as well. But we got over 2,000 members already. I think it just launched last week. Bob launched it, if I'm not mistaken, during his stream. Shout out to Bob. But the server is really good, really impactful. There is going to be an AMA, aka an Ask Me Anything, with the devs coming up real soon. I believe Furpo is going to be on there as well. So all of your opportunities to have a productive, professional conversation with the people behind the scenes that you don't normally get to communicate with. So a lot of people have asked for it. Again, be careful what you ask for because it will be happening soon, but it will be a lot of fun. We will. What's up, Pyro? Day one boy. My day one guy right there. But so that will be happening. AMA, join that server. What does it cost? Yeah, basically, why does it cost so much? Why don't we get more stuff for free? What's up, Fritz? That's basically going to be a lot of it. We actually got some interesting ones yesterday. Weren't even questions in the AMA channel, but there is a dedicated a dev AMA channel in the server. So, why is it so cheap? Yeah, that's a question. But that's again a really great server. A lot of great activity going on in there. Some wonderful people there. Some great chatter. You have direct access to mods. There's direct access to people from Scopely who are more regularly involved in there, including on the support side and anything that they're not going to address directly. We as mods or representatives as a basically a liaison for them to you and vice versa. We will help get that resolved for you. Big facts there, Pyro. Sup, Slim? Great work on the boss numbers. Big nerd. Nerds in the house. Great job as usual. I was on the stream the other night. I encourage everyone to go support Slim, subscribe to his channel. Let me actually see if I can put that in here. Hold on. Slim's been putting in that work. He really has. He deserves it. He deserves the support. Good dude. Very humble. And deserves all the accolades he gets. Let's see if I can. I might not be able to do it from the stream manager, but I'll try to get his channel up in here. There we go. Give our guy Slim some love. Give him a follow. Of course, brother, you're doing a lot of great work, a lot of good stuff, a lot of things that people don't understand. So anything that we can do to help educate people and make things easier. Look, this is a game. I always talk about quality of life and the importance of that. I talk about a lot with Scopely, talk about a lot with TWF with our partners, all that. Quality of life is important. It is a game after all. We are very competitive. Those who are competitive, some just want to play very casually, no faction, whatever. Everyone has their own POV on their commitment to the game. But the fact that is it is still a game, whether it's time invested, money invested, both or whatever. There is outcomes that we're looking for, but it is still a game. Like it doesn't. Nobody should be putting this on their resume or bragging about this outside of the actual game itself. It really shouldn't be bragging anyway. It's still a game. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of people have real life stuff going on, and the game is an escape for them. So when people like Slim put out that work, are doing that work. The CCs are putting in that work to show you some great gameplay, some great ideas, save you some resources, plate moves, all that. Let's be respectful of that, obviously, and give them the props and the love that they deserve. Just because, like I said, a lot of people are more distant from the game just because their life is a little chaotic, so they don't get to do all the math for a boss. So they don't get to understand all the mechanics of the game. So that's what we're here for. Brian, you're not getting squat. It is 8:07. So anyway, what's up, Thunder? What's up, Ocho? Got two trolls in the house back to back. We got Ocho and Brian, and they're both here at the same place. There is a premium showdown. I am gonna actually show everything. Hold on. Now that we have people in here, ready to go. All right. There is the pinned Discord invite that you see there. It is for the official WWE Champions Discord server. There's over 2,000 people already joined. Bob debuted that last week, so I'm just putting it out there again. Hope you're ready for your stupid. All right, here we go. So let's put it up. Let's transition it over. And you get to see what I get to see. And let's interact with this. Oops. Alrighty, there we go. I'm going to be looking at chat as I go along the way too. All right, I am going to start recording as well. So this weekend we have the King Kong Showdown. So King Kong Bundy is the 8 tier character this month. A lot of people have been requesting him. We do have him this week as an 8 tier character, and King Kong Showdown is the event that we're looking forward to. We are getting some really new and fun stuff. We are getting a brand new skill plate, an ultimate skill plate. Actually, not just one, but several of them. So we'll dive into that and talk about some of the usage and utility that these new plates that a lot of people have been asking for, including myself, because we just haven't had it. So champions, get it while it's hot. Choose from the brand new Ultimate Reinforced Gems skill plate on the prize wall. Chase King Kong Bundy on the leaderboards and earn big rewards throughout the contest. Reinforced gems. So luckily we actually know what the plate does. A lot of times, especially when Bob and I have done our streams, our co-streams, we had a lot of fun doing it, but we really didn't have a lot of resources or understanding of what was coming, and we didn't have gameplay. We couldn't do any of that. But this time we actually are lucky enough to know what this plate does. And when you make 6+ reinforced gems, increase all of your gem damage by 100% for one turn. So this helps somebody like Michelle McCool, who I love the green moveset. People know that I love that moveset. I don't like multi builds. This is a great plate for her. It is an ultimate plate, so there's a lot of characters you can mix around and play around with to make this, a very valuable plate for you. And you will be seeing a lot of videos coming out on this. This is something we've been asking for a while. New notoriety milestones: earn solo contest points in the showdown notoriety milestones. I think they misspelled that. They did misspell that. Reach higher notoriety ranks for more points and climb up the showdown tournament leaderboard for more. Top three can earn King Kong Bundy. So again, they're keeping the theme where the top three in the notoriety leaderboard are going to get the card in there. As always, everything that you see and what you see emblazoned across the screen, everything is a work in progress and subject to change at any time. So check the in-game newsfeed, blog as it goes. It actually changed a little bit from before in a good way. So, things are always subject to change, as you know. So it is the world that we live in. Don't cry about it. It is what it is. The schedule for the weekend. So Again, launching tomorrow. Reset, standard reset, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I go by Eastern time because that is where I live, the East Coast. King Kong Showdown, the general event starts. The premium showdown, and we'll talk a little bit more about that because it's very important, similar to last MLC where people were very confused. I'm not sure why. But the premium showdown is going to be the initial 24 hours, really 23, I guess 23 and a half hours. The regular showdown starts Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, the standard reset there. Please note the regular showdown showcase starts on Saturday. Everyone who got King Kong Bunny Walking Condominium early can benefit from the extra rewards in the premium showdown tournament that runs only on Friday, contains no contest points. I believe it's called a tune-up now. Join the club. Those who are looking to invest in the game in a different way, pay to accelerate, or any, even if you want to choose a month where you want to go a little bit heavier on that side, join the club. It has helped a lot of people get characters while they're chasing other characters as well. So it's a good arbitrage in your chase, especially older characters. Yes, I do call them cards and not posters. No one will change that. Reward highlights this weekend. MLC chases. So King Kong Bunny, the walking condominium, there's 60 shards in the solo milestones, 20 in the SC contest, and 20 in the faction contest. So 100 total there. And then you have another 100 total in the premium. So 200 total, 100 in regular, and 100 in the premium, 100 solo milestones, and 50 in the offers. Michelle McCool, no shards regular, 80 in the solo, 20 in the offers, so 100 premium for her, but none in the regular. So the chase for her continues as we move ahead. Collect medallions, or there's another term that I have for them. People know me, know what I call them. Throughout the contest for awesome prize world rewards. The featured one is the 6-star bronze walking condominium. So get 39,000 medallions in the King Kong solo contest. Well, I couldn't get that out. 22,600 from bonus rewards at www.champions.com. 3,000 more in showdown competition and more during this weekend. The new skill plate. So we have the rainbow variation or the rainbow combination of it. So when you make 6 or more reinforced gems, increase all of your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn. And then we have the color variant. So this is something that seems like they're going to be doing more of. I'm not necessarily a fan of it, but this is the theme. I understand why. Some people don't want to chase the main one because it might be a little bit more expensive, but you do have the option to chase the individual if you want to put on a certain card or a certain group of cards that makes sense there. When you make 6 or more reinforced gems, increase your gem color for by 100% for 1 turn for that specific color. So somebody like Michelle McCool, for example, you'd be scooping this up, the green one. Somebody like Mami Ria would spams the green, again, you'd be grabbing the green for her. So you have some crossover opportunities there. Okay, so some good options there. So again, you do have the rainbow version of it, and then you have the individual one for every single color, just like they did with the blades and the botch man plates. Let's see what else we have. So the shards that are going to be available this week, a lot of people are going to be happy with this option, with hearing this. So it's going to be Steve Austin, the Alliance. We know how hard he was to chase last month. I was lucky enough to get him, but a lot of people are still pretty short on him, or just close enough to him. So he is going to be available for you. I don't know the exact amount just yet or what the price point is going to be, but he is going to be available. Last time is now Cena. Great card. Again, yeah, he's going to be available. He was a showdown card, so it makes sense. Dusty Rhodes Hard Times. My goodness, what what a horrible chase it was for me to get him. He's now going to be available for those that are still chasing him. Andrea Giant, the true giant of wrestling. Big Boss Man, the Corporation, Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, and Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom are going to have shards available there as well. In addition to those shard options and the plates that you just saw, Ultimate King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium strap with up to 100% gem damage, more straps for up to 150 gem damage, and 2x affiliation, tier 6 metals, star fragments, tokens, and coins. So resources there for those who need. Solo contest. Recruit and use King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium for extra points and access an exclusive limited time tour this weekend. Earn more solo points in Showdown Tournament notoriety milestones. Max milestone 15 million for the solo contest. So in the event, we saw the breakdown of shards. 80 Michelle McCool shards, 110 King Kong Bundy shards. I think that's off. 110 King Kong Bundy shards. Look at that again. 39,000 King Kong medallions, 1,160 Raquel Rodriguez Judgment Day Evo tokens for those that are chasing those. There are more King Kong medallions on the leaderboard, and the top 10 ranks can earn up to 6-star gold King Kong Bundy, the walking condominium. Open Premium Showdown Tournament, aka or as now known as the Tune-Up Tournament. So we had this last month where everyone, literally everyone, had access to the Premium Showdown. I don't know why it was so contentious. I don't know why it was so confusing, other than the fact that they've never done it before, but they are doing it again. This is going to be for everyone up to a specific point, which is supposed to, well, last time it was 1,000 notoriety. So make sure you pay attention to that. That is subject to change. It might be 800, it might be 1,000. There's basically three matches if you had the notoriety promos built up. The premium showdown is open, all caps, to all caps players. So again, this premium showdown is open to all players until the Intercontinental Champion division. Reach and maintain your position in the Undisputed Champion division to earn up to 6,800 King Kong medallions or more medallions by winning showdown battles. So they've made this a lot more lucrative. They've made it open to all up to a point. So, but everyone gets something out of this that they previously weren't getting before. So I again, it's open for everybody. No complaints about it. I was befuddled last month of the confusion around it, but it is open to everybody. Everyone's going to get more than they were getting before in terms of medallions. It wasn't reallocated from what I remember being the math. It was extra from what we were getting previously. And Scott will correct me if he is on chat. He will absolutely correct me, and I welcome him correcting me if I am wrong in that statement. So again, up to it's open to everybody up until the Intercontinental Champion division. So that's either 800 or 1,000 notoriety. Keep track on that. But you get limited energy. I think it was three to start last time. So again, people didn't do the right thing, weren't paying attention, and they just did it. They didn't use promos, and they fell short of getting the max amount of medallions. So be smart, play smart, read before you do something, before you jump in. Please note the regular showdown showcase starts on Saturday, as I mentioned before, and contains solo contest points. Use an offense, King Kong Bundy, Walking Condominium, offensive buffs. Here's a steel cage boost, or I guess a regular boost. All gem damage up to 50% higher in up to 50% in higher leagues. So that is going to be the boost that you get there. Use King Kong Bundy in your offense and benefit from his offensive buffs. Your defensive buffs, Legends Era, reduce opponents' MP up to 4 in higher leagues. Oh, if Mike is listening, I know who he's going to be using this weekend. I think Ben V is going to be using the same person this weekend on defense. Use King Kong Bunny in your defense and benefit from his defensive buffs. Showdown competition starts Saturday. So again, we have the regular or formerly known premium showdown, which is the first 24 hours or 23 hours and 23 and a half hours. It's now called a tune-up showdown. Everyone has access to that up to a specific point. The showdown competition starts Saturday. That is open to everyone as well, but this is the regular showdown event. Mike, yeah, you don't know what I mean. Get a guaranteed poster of brand new King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium, in the top three showdown tournament leaderboard. So you're gonna get the card for the weekend. Um, and it's time for his tour, which I think the Sunday tour comes with 10,000 medallions as well. So if you go for that, you have the ability to plug into that tour, and you also have the benefit of doing the victory tour as well, regular victory tour. King Kong medallions in the competition leaderboard max milestone 400,000. So it looks like similar setup that they've had in the past, which has been wildly popular. People have been able to max out relatively easily, have a great quality of life, still chase as they would otherwise. And it's just an enjoyable weekend, at least it has been. So I imagine it'll be similar. Showdown's always one of my favorite weekends because it's one of those play at your pace type of events, more or less, anyway. And I really like that. And I like that for the community at large because people are in different time zones, people have different life stuff. So it's just nice to have that. You can still contribute to your faction, still get all the stuff, still do your solo stuff, but you don't feel like you're in the pressure point to do everything all, immediately, or do something within a very, very small window, or you kind of, you get heat from your faction for it. So again, I'm a big fan of that. The stretch, 6 King Kong Showdown chest, 4.2 million King Kong solo contest points, 3,000 King Kong medallions, and 20 King Kong Bundy, the walking condominium shards. Top 800 leaderboard ranks can earn up to 5,000 King Kong medallions. That's on the side event. not the leaderboard. The Noto, again, the Noto leaderboard gives you the top three would get King Kong Bundy. The side event, the nested event, as I call it, you can get up to 5,000 King Kong medallions, and it just trickles down. I mean, basically everybody up to 70,000, up to 700,000 King Kong solo contest points in the Showdown tournament leaderboard as well. And here are the perks that we're getting for it. So, using offense, Legends Air, 100% up to 100% in higher leagues. These are all offensive buffs. Okay. $1 million corporation, all gem damage up to 50%. You'll understand why this is so important as we go and we look at what the CSS is. New Gen Era, Power Gem damage up to 100% in higher leagues. Powerhouse, Yellow Gem damage up to 75% in higher leagues. Again, these are really, really nice buffs. And this is where I like the whole cage element. Whether we keep the cage or not, we call it something else, doesn't matter. Anything that allows you to, that gives you the opportunity to be a little more creative with your lineup, or those that don't have somebody built up or don't have as much depth there, everybody benefits from this. Use any of these eras in your offense and benefit from their offensive buffs. Use in defense and the defensive buffs. Legends era again, 100 HP up to 100% in higher leagues. Reduce opponents MP up to 4, up to -4 in higher leagues. New Gen era, reduce opponents gem defense up to 50% in higher leagues. I imagine the HP plus the reduce MP is going to be a lot more popular, and that's via the Legends era. Let's look at the requirements here. And the tasks. So again, this is the solo contest. So and this looks very very simple actually. Break one blue in showdown. Again, this is only your gems counting. Break one multi gem. Deal 1,250 damage with any Hogan. And basically, you can do this with Immortal in one shot. Deal 1,250 damage with any new gen superstar. There's plenty there. You could actually do that if you have Turtle. You can do it with the power gem play. There's a lot of options there. You can do with Donatello. There's just Raphael. There's so many options. So many options here. Deal 1,250 with any Legends era superstar. So again, you do have crossover with or overlap with Hulk Hogan. Deal 1,250 with any $1 million corporation superstar. Deal 1,350, and again, you have another overlap with Hogan with any Hulk Hogan. So those who do have Immortal gear or no gear, you do have that benefit there of doing basically three tasks all in one. So great energy saver there. Deal 13,500 damage with any new gen superstar. Deal 1,350 with any Legends era bonus. So they're really giving you a lot with just doing Hogan task. Deal 15,000 damage with Viscera, the Ministry of Darkness. Great card. Flagship offer last month, $100 for him. Beautiful. Shout out to Scopely for that. Whether you got it or didn't get it, it's just nice to see that for people who do invest in the game, sometimes spending a lot and not coming up with much of anything. So there was guaranteed enjoyment, no disappointment if you spent that $100 on that flagship. We'll see if we see that offer again. Deal 15,000 damage with Bam Bam Bigelow. Deal 15,000 damage with Great Muda, Pearl the Orient. Everyone who knows me knows how painful it is to see him as a task. Again, it probably won't hurt me in terms of maxing or getting close to it. But man, 5 shards away from getting him. And he just keeps becoming a CSS, torturing me for over a year. Win a showdown battle with King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium in Universal Champion Division or higher. So 10,000 points you get for getting him early. In addition to all the other benefits you have for chasing him early, if you are chasing him plus the plates. Bonus points win a showdown battle with any striker. So Bam Bam again, if you do have Bam Bam strikers, you get bonus there while doing this task. Win a showdown battle with King Kong Bunny, Walking Condominium, again, you get bonus there. The faction competition. Earn King Kong Bundy medallions, or earn King Kong medallions from tour, solo contest, and showdown competition. Max milestone 12 million. These have been relatively easy to max from the faction standpoint. There's so many different ways if people do what they're supposed to do. So 2 million King Kong solo points, 20 shards of King Kong, and 100 King Kong medallions. So a little skimpy on the stuff, but it does give you the 2 million solo points. So a lot of stuff is baked into the solo contest, so you're not as reliant on it. Earn up to 6,500 King Kong medallions on the leaderboard, faction leaderboard. So the first 24 hours, you get a double benefit on medallions. So there's 10 points for it. Well, 20 points for a medallion that you get or collect. Instead of the 10, that'll be after the 24-hour window. The faction tasks look very, very simple. Break one black gem in Showdown, only your gems count. Break one gem in Showdown, only your gems count. And unless they change it, I mean, you can basically just do this with Hall of Fame Brutus, get the tag link, and just go nuts, help your faction, get all the stuff, get your points, and still climb up. But you're doing all that in basically one shot. So you're really just doing a great job spamming everything. Break one multiply gem. Again, King Kong Bunny does that as well if you have him. So you can obviously do that. There's a lot of characters that where you can just spam the multi. Spend one health pack, 100,000. Surprise this this lasted all the evolutions of the game. This one, spend one health pack, 100,000 points for the faction has remained. Limited time tours. Play tours and earn contest points and recruit King Kong Bunny for massive extra medallions and shards. 1,000 King Kong medallions plus 10,000 the 555 tour. 3,853,000 King Kong solo contest points, 37,000 King Kong faction competition points. That's on the tour. So let's see what our CSS is for the weekend. Once this pops up, there we go. Friday, early recruitment. There's a King Kong Bunny tour for the early birds. Then what else are we getting on Friday? The King Kong Legends era. So we have Jesse the Body Ventura, Captain Lou, uh, Andre the Giant, the True Giant of Wrestling, and Great Muda. So I guess I'll be using Andre the Giant. The Great Muda, Pearl of the Orient. So that's your Friday tour for the Legend side. The Challenge tour on Friday: Tatanka, War Eagle, King Kong Bundy, any Bam Bam Bigelow. That's on normal. Hard mode, you're getting any Acrobat, any Striker, and Hell mode, any Striker, any Powerhouse. Okay, so the WrestleMania 2 main event. So the Hell mode, or Hell nodes, you're going to see a requirement for Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, the Immortal Hogan, and Hall of Fame Hogan. I imagine everyone at least has Hollywood Hogan. He's been basically made available through so many means and has dropped in a lot in loot, and including briefcases, if I'm not mistaken. But everyone should be able to do that. That it's just saying that it's just Hell mode, so I guess normal and hard and normal are just going to be open. The Saturday tasks, the Saturday tours. Ladder Queens, EO Sky, Damage Control, Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, Naomi, Return of the Glow, another one that continues to elude me, but plenty of options there for both on the FTP side and the regular side, the premium side. The other Saturday tour, Big Mommy Cool, Any Trickster, Raquel Rodriguez, The Judgment Day. Those are the only two tours that we're getting on Saturday, and then Sunday we're getting King Kong Strikers, Bam Bam Bigelow, Andre the Giant, Omos, and final boss, The Rock. Omos finally getting used. Omos, well, he was used during the week, so now he's getting used again for the weekend. Twice in 1 week is huge. Sunday, what else are we getting? So we're getting Sunday Night SmackDown, Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring, Piper Niven, Scottish Powerhouse. I put out some gameplay on her, actually part 2, which is a move damage free to play build on my on our YouTube channel earlier today. Go check that out. And the other CCs have put their revamp videos out on her as well. Really, really good now. Much better than she was for sure. Both the yellow builds and the red builds are really, really strong now for what she was anyway. Is she going to be your main powerhouse? Probably not, but she's definitely a lot more serviceable than she was. And plus, the if you did get the gear either in armory or you in the armory event, armory loot, or you will get it, the 4 MP is always a welcome addition to any character. The last Sunday tour, 555, King Kong Bunny, the walking condominium. It's required 6 stars. So if you're getting him, take him up to 6 star, do the tour. And it looks like 10,000 medallions will be available there. In addition, get an extra chance at a 5 star gold King Kong Bunny, the walking condominium in our forum giveaway. So provide coherent, constructive, actionable, scalable, insightful feedback on the forum, and you will win. I know Bill's Mafia on our side actually won the Alliance Austin last month. Provided some wonderful feedback. He won that one. I'm not sure who else got, but when you put in the work and put some thought into it, you're not berating the company. Some good stuff will happen. So provide some good feedback in there. Join the Champions community on our official forum and give us your constructive feedback. And again, I put in the Discord. It should still actually be pinned on the chat, but the official Discord server is over 2,000 people that are joined in less than I guess basically a week now officially. So and the server survived. Imagine Join that server. You have direct access to everyone has direct access to mods. You have direct access to some Scopely folks as well. There will be an AMA, an Ask Me Anything with direct Scopely folks coming up. So join that, and I hope to see you in there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and that concludes the initial read of the King Kong Showdown blog. All right. Let me head back to the chat. Pyro, I did see while I was streaming that you were going to give me your extra shards for Muda. Thank you for that. You definitely need them. Transition over. All right. What do y'all think? DJ is coming with any shards in the loot? I don't think. What's on the prize wall, please? You want to go? I'll show the prize wall again. No problem. I don't think it's a shardless loot. At least that wasn't indicated. But I'll put up the prize roll on here so you could all see it. Oh, hold on. I think I passed it. Yep, I passed it. So the prize roll is going to have the new skill plate. So the main skill plate is going to be the rainbow. They're all ultimates. Reinforce. When you make 6 or more reinforce, you increase your gem damage by 100%. And there's one for each color, and there's one rainbow one, just like the botch ones, and just like the basically the individual color ones like we saw with the blades. These are the shards that will be available, and then you have the regular resource stuff. 131 shards for Bunny. So it looks like you're going to get him this weekend. Thunder, congratulations. Yeah, Kurgan, I feel your pain, and especially SB Tori. I mean, Muda's not somebody I chased when he was launched just because I didn't like the format. It was just so, I mean, I think I ended like 1,400 shards that weekend. And chasing 600 shards for years is kind of silly. But I do feel your pain. Hopefully, hopefully you have SB Tori now. I did put a video out. You can do over 100 million with the right stuff. I still wouldn't use it as a front card, but she's definitely used a lot. Hope you can get King Kong Bunny shards in the loot. I would imagine. I mean, I didn't see. I don't think they've done a shardless showdown loot in a bit, right? I mean, even Austin, did Austin have? I'm trying to remember if Austin had. Congrats, great. Brutus is still good if you play him the right way. No, no Fruity Pebble Cena, no. I'm still chasing him too, Mike. I know. Let me scroll up a little bit. Still need Dusty. Hopefully, a chasing. Yeah, Wolfpack. I mean, that's somebody that tortured me for a while. I mean, it took what 7, 8 months. It doesn't. I mean, again, the grand scope of things, this game is not life, right? But it's just painful to that he was CSS so often, and he wasn't necessarily a great card. He was decent, but he wasn't a great card. He was actually a boss card when he first came out. Well, he was used for boss, but I just wanted him because it was so hard for me to get him. And that was when the showdown event started to change. It really was the Finn Balor one was when it first really started to change and becoming a little more difficult to get the card, and the format started to change and all that. So then he came along and it was just like even at a 1,600 recruit point. So I always say the recruit points don't matter. It's just the access and accessibility to those shards, and his just were not available. And they really protect him. Like even on walls, offers, it just wasn't there. I have to put resources back into Beefcake now. Beefcake is worth. I mean, look, he's a good card in general. So if you get the gears, if you had the gears before you got him, so for me, I like to get gears before I get cards. If I do have the option, like I still don't have Ron Simmons, but I have been chasing his gears when I can. So I think it was 2 months ago, his Hall of Fame gear, the gold version. The gold gear was available on the wall for 55 medallions, 55 wall shits. And I got it. I don't have him still. I think I'm like 54 shards short of him at this point still. I don't have him, but I got the gear. And same thing with Indy. Before I had Indy, I got the moments for her. I got the gear for her. Thankfully, the Ruby, the Ruby mess up that they had allowed me to get it for $40, basically. So it was worth it. SEC that was him plus gear. More solo shards. Well, Naomi gear is in the armory. It's a little hefty price tag, but that's what I'm chasing. I'm actually saving up for it. What's up, rules? Yeah, Stewart. New plates, a rainbow version, and all protected like Dusty. Yeah. Yeah, Dusty was protected real hard. I mean, it was extremely frustrating getting Dusty. It's so frustrating. I mean, I haven't used him. I finally took him up to 6-star bronze recently. Forgot what it was for. But he just, yeah, it was pain. That was pain. I mean, virtual pain, not real life pain, obviously. There's real stuff going on in the world. Yeah, I like these new plates. I'm a big fan of them. Put in the chat who you are looking forward to seeing the plates being used on. Yeah, 100% gem damage job. Ultimate. They're all ultimate slim. There you go. So there's one for each specific color, and then there's the rainbow one, just like the Botchman ones. I like this more than Botch. This actually does damage, good damage. Botch seems kind of limited. I don't like it. I don't really like the Viscera plate as much. I mean, if you can get it, grab it, but I don't like it as much. But this is something that I like. I mean, Maxine, another green option there. You have SB Oscar. I mean, just from the female side alone, you have a ton of options. And I'm just, I mean, you could use it on SB Solo too, on as an ultimate. He'll do really well with it. And you can use the Visage plate on him too. But this is something that with Reinforce, because Reinforce, you're breaking them twice, right? So you're getting a great boost damage on this. I wish it was a top plate, meaning a regular plate, and you could use a rumble with it, but this is still pretty good. I'm happy about it. SBKO. Maxine would be good with it. Mommy, yep. Asuka, a lot of great options. Reinforce is good. I mean, look, I mean, this Michelle McCool, she does 82 million or something like that with just two moves, and they're low MP, they're 3 MP. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna reverse it? All right, go, good try. Go try to reverse it. Clean, two moves, go. Um, I'd rather have this on the Rumble Plate in the sense that it's pure gem damage right off the top. Uh, so I'd rather have this than have to wait for the stuff to resolve. But you know, one or the other, depending on where you're going to get more gem damage out of. But having 100% more gem damage is always cake. Yeah, SP Vader. M Priest. Oof. That's a gutsy one. Zombie Lashley. Thunder. Stop it. Don't ever bring him back. Remember that? Oh my goodness. He was basically everything that everyone used for so long. Yep. Kevin Owens. Right people can use the new plates. With Davey Boy's bracers can hit. Yeah. The bracers are good. Who else uses it? Doesn't Seth freaking Rollins have those? I don't have them, so I haven't really messed around with him too much. But I know used the braces on him. But I think he does reinforce if I'm not mistaken, so you could use it on him. I like these. I like these kind of plates. I like more gem damage on something that has utility already. Like we were already using Oscar, already using Mommy, already using Maxine. It's gonna help. Plus, Maxine has what, 2 moments that buff her up, so she's gonna be a frontline card for a lot of people. I wish I knew what was in the loot if Austin Shards were in the loot. I don't think this is gonna be a shard listing because he's the A tier, so I don't see that being the case. It wasn't with Bossman, the Bossman weekend. So let's see. So braces and rainbow combo. Uh, well, for some cards, yeah. Yeah, Asuka doesn't even need it to be honest. I mean, she's destroying everybody 180 million without trying. She's such a great card. Have you all liked the MLC so far with the different kind of path that they took? The kickoff weekend, the kickoff week. I know not, obviously only one group max the actual kickoff event, but the rewards were different. They were better quality of life. No grinding 2,000 plus matches plus the uncapped nonsense. How do you all feel about that? Not the best MLC. It was a great card, a super card. There were nice there were nice things in the kickoff one, but they also had other events going on at the same time. So you missed a grind. Oof! Please tell me you were using a bot and not grinding that nonstop. I've been so over that mode. Better if you could have used normal text or the special text or blitz. Yeah, yeah, but they would have watered down the rewards there. I mean, they gave a lot, and a lot of it is. I'm not surprised, Mike. I think if they would have done more access to it, it would have been watered down in terms of the stuff that was there and the premium wall, the premium items there, shards and then plates and all that that were there would have probably been more expensive as a result of it too. So got to take the good with the bad there. I hear you, no mercy. I feel you. Dedication they want to go through. Is that direction they want? Well, I don't think that's the direction they want to. It was the first time they did that. I mean, we weren't really intent on necessarily maxing it, but it made sense for us to do it. But I understand why some factions decided not to go that route or just or couldn't. I mean, basically needed the starter pack. So it wasn't a hard event to max, but I understand why some factions weren't gonna, try to go for it. But again, it was more premium stuff in there than we generally got. Even if you didn't max it, even if you got to the second to last milestone or before that, you're still getting better stuff in there than you normally would have gotten in the kickoff event, and they gave the card for free. So yeah, the 5-star bronze at 100 is cool. Yeah, Michelle's. I mean, based on what they've said, Michelle's supposed to be free for everybody. King Kong's supposed to be kind of guaranteed just by playing the game, essentially. Get him by the end of the month, and then Michelle. They've outlined how unless anything changes, again, everything's subject to change. It looks like everyone is going to get her too, just by playing. Zombie Punk to get the Hogan plate. Nice. I haven't done the Blitz yet. I'm actually pretty far behind at this point in terms of tours and everything, which is not surprising, based on considering my life and my lifestyle, especially now. But I do have to catch up on stuff. Is that so? You used Zombie Punk on there? It's open Rex, right, on the Blitz? I'm probably just gonna get the purple blades. Yeah, purple cheers. Get a second one. That it's nice that they did that for free. You got it, Thunder. Have a good night, brother. Talk to you in the morning. I will do another read through for people that missed it the first go around. It's a nice showdown. Again, going to be a peaceful showdown for a lot of people. Those going for leaderboards, go for it, do your thing, grind it out. 750 stars on the blitz because of the EO cash and game the EO cash in and get destroyed by Rhea. Oh sure, Hutch. There he is. There's the troll I've been looking for. What's up, Hutch? You at the shore right now? I hope it's raining on you. Funny guy. Funny guy. I got here when you're going to read it again. I'll be reading again probably in about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Now softball week. All right. What are you in tournament? You in a tournament, Hutch? Yeah. That's awesome. Good stuff. What position do you play? I coach. I haven't played myself. I coach a lot. Mike, I'm gonna do the read again, so don't worry. I'm surprised you missed it. Usually you're on point. Good thing you didn't do that for boss. Good thing you weren't late for that. Still K drill for blitz was not fun. I need to stay active with it. That's for sure. Although the only finger pressing you're doing is in the shop, so I wouldn't worry too much about you exhausting those fingers. I appreciate you stopping by, brother. Thank you. Comic Con was good, or it didn't happen? I think it happened last week, right? Yeah, that crazy Comic Con. And Mike, I gotta check on DMs. I haven't looked at DMs actually. Let me do that real quick before we go on another read. Any upcoming giveaways? So I I'm actually gonna create something. I don't do. Of course you did, Mike. Behave yourself, Mike. About a month ago, sucked. Everyone cancel all main ones. That sucks, Hutch. Hopefully they redo it. Let me just check my DMs real quick, see what's going on. Make sure I don't miss anything. Then this guy. Bruno. Finally. All right, I'm good on DMs for now. So platinum, they've kind of gone away from the whole giveaway thing. I've never been a fan of of giveaways, but I am going to create something called an earn away. I got basically approval to do something that is going to be kind of unique. And I just don't like giveaways. I don't like handout type stuff, just for showing up, essentially. I want people to understand, appreciate the game, and participate in the game because it makes the game better. And to do that, you can get rewarded extra, not just for playing the game, helping your faction, whatever, but you get something else. And to do that, you'd actually need to follow on Twitch and follow on the YouTube channel to be able to be a participant in it. But there will be something that I'm doing coming up. I don't know if it's going to be this month or next. I might double up next month on it. But basically, it's going to be what I call an earn away. So you're going to be able to earn something. I just haven't decided if it's gonna, what the ultimate prize is going to be, but it's going to be maximum of $100 value. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like portal value. So you'd actually get portal benefit from that as well. So it'll be something that is really good. It helps you as an extra benefit for doing something you should already be doing anyway. So again, I just don't believe in handouts, giveaway type stuff. I know there's one on the forum, but that's again, you still have to earn that because you have to give the best feedback as selected by basically a jury of your peers, essentially. But you still have to put in some work, not just exclamation point bottle or whatever it is. I don't know what those are. So but there will be something coming up. So stay tuned, and I'll put in the chat again. Just you have to be subscribed to the feed on YouTube and on Twitch. Dance. I did one of those. I had no idea what was going on. I don't begrudge anyone doing it. I know why people do it. I know why people participate in it. So I'm not judging. I'm not. I know. I never judge people like that. It's just not my thing. It's never really been my thing, but I understand again why people do it. But I'm gonna do something that's a little bit different. I think is gonna be good. How will I know? Because they're gonna have to send it to me. Participate. That's how. Or you could actually just follow because there's great content on there. So it's up to you. You don't have to participate. You don't have to get anything. I don't have to give you anything. So there's your incentive. All right. A couple more minutes. I'll do the extra read. Next one's if I don't win, I won't care. Oh man, I mixed roller roaster. When I was in Staten Island, we used to send somebody every Friday into into Brooklyn to get rolling roasted for everybody. And he just basically gone for half the day, and it wasn't really that long of an experience just to go there and come back. But the person, of course, took half the day and more. We got rolling roaster, we got all the lemonade. Oh, it was such a great way to end the week. I was the original member. You were the original member. Pyro, my day one dude. Come a long way, huh? Come a really long way. All right. Let's do one more read, go through one more time, answer some additional questions, and then we can wrap up for the night here. We're not going to do any particular gameplay now, but you will get gameplay from your wonderful content creators probably tomorrow on the new plates. All right. Let's get started again. Interact and scroll up here. King Kong Showdown. Let me wait for the delay. Morning, Akil. Glad you saw my vision, Pyro, because I was blind. I was just doing. I started the game. For those that don't know, I started the game when I was commuting to the city being Manhattan, way back when I was in corporate. Commuting to the city, 2.5 to 3 hours each way, taking public transport, which was awful and disgusting. And I was watching 30-second Tapjoy ads and kind of sleeping in between the 30-second ads for one in-game cash. You heard right. One in-game cash is what it was back then. Doing Dean dailies 4 times a day, trying not to miss those because the resources were so much more scarce back then. Grinding with Enzo and Cass and others in the Vegas tour, which I think is SummerSlam tour. Vegas one and the Seattle tours. Those are my go-to farming spots for. And purple MP was always short for me. Blue was always good. Red was kind of good. Purple was always short for me. It kind of is still now, which is ironic. All these years later. But that's what I started for, and I found there's access to connect with people in the wrestling community who weren't as toxic as some of the ones I've encountered in the game. But yeah, new plates, reinforced gems. I'll show it again. And W Championships. Yeah. Mike, stop it. You know you love roller roaster. Of all the dirty things that you do, roller roaster is probably the cleanest. Well, I'm an immigrant here in the United States, brother Ray. But yeah, I lived in New York for many years. Lived in Jersey, all that. Dirty Mike and the boys. I start calling you Dirty Mike. Dirty Mike from Brooklyn. Um, yeah, I spent a lot of years in New York and then going back and forth to New York all the time. Yeah, I like roller roaster. I can't have roller roaster too often. Not like Brian. I don't know how Brian's body handles that so frequently, but Jersey, I lived in Central Jersey, but I wasn't there all that long. Just kind of stopgap from getting married and all that. So I do miss parts of Jersey. I don't miss living in Jersey because it's so oppressive tax wise and all, but especially property taxes. But it's some parts of it are really nice. I still have a lot of friends there. Long Island, Strong Island. All right, spent a lot of time in Long Island too. I have a lot of friends out there. Long Island's a better place to be than New York than the city itself, the boroughs. I can't go. I can't go back to New York. I can't. I don't even like going there for any reason. I'll go to Long Island, minus the traffic. It's nice. Some good wineries out there. Strong Island, that's right. All right. I'm gonna just quick read. I'll interact with chat as we go. I'm in the capital, Trenton. Oh, it's horrible. Especially Trenton. You would think Trenton would be a little bit better. Not just the how gross it is in the crime and all that. You would think they'd do a better job in that sense, but just property taxes, everything. And there's a area not far from where I lived in Jersey where it was a nice house. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was only 2,500 square feet, so it wasn't gigantic. But the property taxes were like $22,000, $22,000 a year. The house next was like 26,000. I'm like, even if you pay off your house, I mean, that's a nut. That's $2,500 a month in property taxes. Is come on, it's disgusting. Hunting's good, yeah. Yeah, Jersey. I mean, the problem with Jersey too. Not to get political, obviously, but the governor basically said if you don't like the cost, don't live here. So not really doing any favors to people who are struggling with affordability in the Bronx, now in Rochester. Yeah, Jersey's insane. Yeah, yeah, horrible. I haven't been to Trenton in a long time, and there's a reason I don't want to go out there. But living out there is definitely tough. I like South Jersey. I like Jersey Shore, obviously, parts of Jersey Shore anyway. Um, if I lived Jersey Shore, probably be Love Ladies area, LBI, a little further down, Avalon area, Ship Bottom. Those are the areas that I like. Cape May. I like Wildwood to go and visit just because the pier, Maury Pine Piers, I think it's called. But I couldn't live in Wildwood itself, but a lot of fond memories there growing up. I grew up in I Yeah, Mike, I grew up in not so not so flattering area. Not so flattering areas in where I grew up. Yeah, I'm not going to Patterson. Hung out there too many times. Don't want to remember going out there. Yeah, taxes are oppressive in those states. It's really bad. Back in the day. Yeah, you're up north now, Pyro. All right, let me do this for you. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on the chat because I'm not recording on this one anyway. I do keep an eye while I'm recording too, but now I can interact with the chat while I do the full read. So King Kong Showdown, this is what we're getting this weekend. Get it while it's hot. Choose from brand new Ultimate Reinforced Skill Plates. Exactly what we've been asking for. We're getting it now. We're getting a rainbow edition, and we're getting one for each color as well. So you can chase either the rainbow version or you get the one for a specific color. Green seems to be one that makes a lot of sense for people. You decide what's best for your roster. Your content creators will be putting out some wonderful content for you to help you choose. Chase King Kong Bundy on the leaderboards and earn big rewards throughout the contest. So you have two things to chase. If you are chasing, you have King Kong Bundy himself, and you also have the plates. And then unless you're chasing some shards, you can get that on the wall as well. Make 6 or more reinforced gems. Increase all of your gem damage by 100 for 1 turn. Yeah, well, ironically enough, CM Punk Camden has undergone a lot of change. They're trying to bring the Sixers out there. We've gone to the aquarium there. The aquarium's amazing. Around there is pretty decent. Like you don't have to fear for your life as much. Maybe 2 blocks away from it, you might have to fear for your life a little more. But they are trying to revitalize it quite a bit for real estate purposes. If you're an investor and know somebody, that's a good spot to be. You're going to get a lot of people that are escaping Philadelphia area, Philadelphia proper, to a more up and coming type situation, condo living, all that out there. It's going to be a lot cheaper for them. Similar to what happened in Hoboken, what happened in Jersey City, what happened in Bayonne. They're still going on in Bayonne, parts of Staten Island by St. George. So if you're in real estate or you like real estate, we could talk about it. I consult in real estate too. But there's a lot of opportunity in the Camden area if you're in the right spot and you have a vest. New notoriety milestones, Aaron solo contest milestones. Hold on a second. Let me actually send this to my good friend. Typo. That again. I'm going to put in the chat the Discord server as well. I mentioned there a few times. We are supposed to be having an AMA pretty soon, but I do want people to come in, file in, interact, be good stewards, good members of the community. I hope. Wildwood was my dad's party spot. Yeah, Wildwood is still a great spot. You know what I like? I like Long Branch after they redid a lot of that. Long Branch is good without the needles and all the other stuff on the beach. Long Branch became a really good spot, and they have Pier Village there too. Yeah, a lot of the places by the water there just they've gone up in value so much. I just put up the Discord channel, and then for the upcoming earn away that I still have to figure out. I'm gonna pin it. There's the YouTube, the Twitch. Follow there. Pinned. Keep it up there. Okay, so you can follow everything there. Back to the read. As always, everything that you see that I'm saying is subject to change when it actually goes live. It is a work in progress, and no point. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good, depending on your POV. But that is the company does reserve that right to do that, whether we like it or not. Changes is something to expect, whether we like it or not. It's so is life. Schedule. So the regular King Kong Bundy Showdown or King Kong Showdown is going to be going the full event, the weekend event is going to be going live Friday reset. The premium showdown, which is actually now called the tune-up showdown, will show you that. Hold on. Let me actually send this over too, so it gets updated. Tune up. Right. Sorry, doing double work. It's so crazy how short prices are. I mean, even if you're basically a lot of that is also as a result of Airbnb. People just buy it and just rent it out for 5 6 months out of the year. It is crazy how much prices have gone up. Property taxes have gone up. I mean, it's wild. Follow Twitch or Discord, but don't have YouTube account. Um, that should be fine. Pack rats. You should get a YouTube account anyway. I mean, you can watch anyway without, so you can support your content creators. But you can just create a free account anyway for YouTube. It's hard work. Okay. Premium Showdown again. The Tune In Showdown is going to start also at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever your local time is. Standard reset, standard midday reset on Friday. Everyone has access to the premium, aka the Tune Up Showdown. Everyone has access to it up to a certain point, and after that, you do need King Kong Bunny to continue. It is 23 hours and 30 minutes for that. So if you guys see it end early. Last time I think we only had 3 energy for it, and I think it was maybe 6 or 8 hours it actually recharged. So use it wisely and use your notoriety promos if you're going to be doing that. The regular showdown itself, open to everybody for everything, is going to be the regular reset time on Saturday. Please note regular showdown starts on Saturday. Everyone who got King Kong Bunny, the walking condominium, early can benefit from the extra rewards in the premium showdown tournament that runs only on Friday. Contains no contest points. Yeah, I recorded the blog, Akil. I recorded it earlier. You had a chance to buy one for, I'm talking about 240,000, 240K at that point seemed like a lot though. But didn't it just sold for 800K. That's wild. Almost 3.5x in 20 years. I mean, you could have rented out too. I mean, that's the whole thing. You get property manager for a property or maintenance company to manage it, Airbnb it, and you can command basically $300-400 a night, and you're basically gonna have it filled for 4 or 5 months. Thanks, Akil. Appreciate the support. Prestige, if you are going to be chasing anyone at any point, going heavy, catching up, whatever your purposes are, no pressure to do it. But if you are going to do it, the Prestige Pass is a good way to basically arbitrage your way to getting another card. So Naomi, for example, is 200K on there. If I was spending a lot this month and I still don't have her, I don't get her. Her gear is available. You can get her by doing the regular standard loose that you'd be doing anyway. You can accumulate the amount of special points that you need for it to be able to get her 200K by doing your regular pull stuff as is. So no pressure, no force. Make the choice that's right for you. But it has helped a lot of people acquire characters that are no longer really a collection item or an entourage that they've been chasing or needing. Reward highlights this weekend: MLC regular shards, King Kong Bunny, 16 solo milestones, 20 in SC contest, 20 in faction contest. Those are all regular event stuff. And then the premium side, you're going to get 50 solo, 50 in the offers. Michelle McCool, there are no shards in the regular side. There's 80 in solo milestones, 20 in offers. Now, this might be a typo or it might be right. So the reason I say that is lower in the blog, as we looked at, as you heard me say earlier, it showed that there would be 110 available, but it's showing here that it's 100. So I'm not sure which one is accurate, but the 10 shard shouldn't make a massive difference for you. Hopefully, anyway. Collect medallions throughout the contest for awesome prize wall rewards. The Walking Condominium, 6-star bronze is available on there. Get 39,000 medallions in King Kong solo contest. 22,600 from bonus rewards at www.champions.com. Hopefully, there's some Ruby stuff there too. 3,000 showdown competition and much more during the weekend. Spend. That's the only thing you heard, huh? Crazy Mike. Mike the Maniac. Pack rats. I'm gonna go for the blades. The only one that makes sense for me. I already have one, but I'm just gonna get another one, so I don't have to move it around. New skill plates. So we have a rainbow reinforcement one. So make 6 or more reinforced gems, increase all of your gem damage by 100% for 1 turn, and then you have the individual color set for um, for your decision making. So if you want to choose on green, seems to be one of the more common ones. Yellow seems like a good one if you're going to put it on Asuka. Not that she necessarily needs it, but if you don't want to put a hard times plate on her, you can put that on her too. So, or you could do both and do a ton of damage, overkill damage as I call it. But all of them do 100%. The only difference is Rainbow is for all gem damage, and then 6 reinforce increase your color gem damage by 100% for a specific color. Yeah, I don't really even use the Hogan plate. I don't like Bray. I don't like Muscle Man. Not a fan. I've never been a fan of him, quite frankly. I did chase him in his initial, and I did the whole loot all wrong. But I don't really have a use for that thing. It's a good boss battle plate, but we didn't midweeks at least we're not having skill plates there. By the way, I don't really care about skill plates in the boss event. I'd rather better buffs, more universal buffs than plates, quite frankly, because then I have to worry about getting the plate or not, or having the plate or not, or moving plates or not. I'd rather just have stronger buffs. So people who get annoyed about that, it's not a big a deal. Most people don't even do anything in boss battle. Let's be honest with ourselves; they just don't, either because they can't, they don't have the stuff, or they just don't want to because they're lazy or selfish or whatever. Or whatever the scenario is, most don't do anything anyway. So having a plate in boss doesn't really matter except the people that are actually doing the work. But I'm always for, and I'm always pushing for better, stronger buffs and boosts that everyone can benefit from, whether you're a helper in the lobby or whether you're doing the actual But we were able to use plates in the end of month boss battle last month. So, which they made a lot more, they democratized a lot, something I've been pushing for a lot. I know some others have too. But for people to be able to have access to participate in the event, and hopefully they make the event deeper and wider. I know it's a term that people make fun of me for using, but deeper, wider meaning more tasks, more stuff that everyone in the lobby has a purpose for being there and doing something to help their group instead of just this whole race nonsense. I love to collect rare skill plates. It's awesome when it comes into play. It's nice. Look, it's nice to have. I'm not saying that, but if I have the option, if I had the option, the Magic Wand to design the event, I'd rather give everyone better boosts than allowing you to use a skill plate. Because then literally everyone has the same benefit. And I don't have to say that because we do kind of well on in the event. I don't have to push for that. I do because I want it to be fair and enjoyable for everybody. And that's something that I've always been an advocate of and for. I've never liked the framework of the boss event. I understand why we have it. I don't understand the elements of it, the race and the 40K and all that. I don't get it. I don't like it. Never have. However, that's what we have at this particular point. But I do see changes coming on the horizon, I hope. But again, if I had the choice between better boost that everyone can take advantage of and benefit from and utilize so it's not as stressful and not as time consuming for the people doing the work so everyone else can get the rewards, then I'd always rather have you have more boost than skill plates. I know I'm figuring he's yelling. That's like the reason I keep calling it boss battle. You will not you will not grammar czar me into shame, Jay Nasty. I know why I use that. All right, so shards available on the prize wall other than the plate. So shards, the Alliance, Steve Austin, John Cena, last time is now. Dusty Rhodes, Hard Times. Andre the Giant, the true giant of wrestling. Big Boss Man, the Corporation. Alexa Bliss, Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom. And then you have the Walking Condominium Strap, 100% gem damage. More straps with 150% gem damage. 2x affiliation, Tier 6 metal, Star Frags, tokens, coins, aka resources. I don't. Solo contest. Recruit and use King Kong Bunny the Walking Condominium for extra points and access an exclusive limited time tour this weekend. I guess it's two because there's a Friday one and should be a Sunday one. Earn more solo contest solo points in Showdown Tournament notoriety milestones. Max milestone 15 million. 80 Michelle McCool shards. This is where I mentioned that it shows 100 somewhere else and 110 here. Let me just send this over. Um, Solo contest had 100 regular. Right. So we have a nice clean one. Yeah, new skill plate. Reinforced skill plate. All right. Let me go back to reading. All right. So what else is in the solo event? So 110 King Kong. It's either going to be 100 or 110. Because I had 100 above. I'd rather have the 110 so people get the extra 10. 39,000 King Kong medallions. 1,160 Raquel Rodriguez Judgment Day Evo tokens. I'll show you afterwards. Let me just run through this one more time. There are more King Kong medallions on the leaderboard, and the top 10 ranks can earn up to 6-star gold. King Kong, Bunny, the Walking Condominium. So that's in the actual, in the main solo contest. Open Premium Showdown, 24 hours only. It is now called a tune-up. Force Mike. It is now called a tune-up tournament. So the premium tournament is now called a tune-up tournament. It is open to everyone up to a point, which is either going to be 800 or 1,000 notoriety. It was 1,000 last time. So be smart. There should only be 3 energy allowed in the beginning, and I think it was 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever for a refresh. So basically, don't screw it up by just jumping into it and thinking it's a regular mode. But everyone does have access to it. There was a lot of confusion last month. It was the first time they did it. Probably could have been a little bit clearer about some things that were there, but there was a banner, there was stuff in game, there was CCs talking about it, servers, all that. So everyone has access to this tune-up tournament, and it's going to go live tomorrow at reset. Okay, so you have access up to a point. Reach and maintain your position in the undisputed champion division to earn 6,800 King Kong medallions. Earn more medallions by winning showdown battles. So, if again, extra benefit for chasing King Kong Bunny or having him already, so you have access to the full tune-up tournament, and you have leaderboard benefits there as well. We don't do turn two. That's not snob life. We don't do turn two. We do, that's sacrilegious. We don't do that. I'd rather not play. Please note the regular showdown showcase starts on Saturday and contains solo contest points. CM Punk trolling me hard today. Use in offense, King Kong Bunny walking condominium, all gem damage up to 50% higher. So enjoy his boost, and he's obviously an extra there. So you'll see what the CSS is there. So he's 1350 extra for every match that you have him. Use King Kong Bunny in your offense and benefit from his offensive buffs. Use in defense, Legends Era, reduce opponents' MP up to 4 MP in higher leagues. So you can use them on that side as well to decrease your opponent's MP. Showdown competition starts Saturday. This is the main one, but again, everyone has access to the tune-up showdown, which is Friday reset. But the main showdown competition starts Saturday. Saturday reset. Get a guaranteed post of a brand new King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium, if you're in top three showdown tournament leaderboard. That is the notoriety leaderboard, not the side leaderboard where you get medallions. We'll talk about that coming up. King Kong medallions in the competition leaderboard, max milestone 400,000. So similar framework that we've had recently, and that's been widely loved. I've loved it too, and it's a better play your pace thing, and basically, people are maxing, which is great. Maxing and earning, which is great. Stretch milestones, you get 6 King Kong Showdown chest, 4,200,000 King Kong solo contest points, 3,000 King Kong medallions, 20 King Kong Bundy shards available there as well. The top 800 leaderboard ranks can earn up to 5,000 King Kong medallions. Again, that is a side event or the nested event, as I call it, where you have to go into the actual events page and access it there. Up to 700,000 King Kong solo contest points in the Showdown tournament leaderboard. Let's see what the buffs are. Buffs and debuffs. Using offense, offensive buffs, Legends Era 100% up to 100% in higher leagues. So Legends Era getting additional HP. $1 million corporation, all gem damage up to 50% in higher leagues. New Gen Era power gem damage up to 100% in higher leagues. Powerhouse yellow gem damage to 75% in higher leagues. Use these in eras in your offense and benefit from the offensive buffs. In defense, again, Legends Era HP 100% in higher leagues. Reduce opponents' MP by -4 or by 4 in higher leagues. New Gen Era reduce opponents' gem defense up to 50% in higher leagues. Use any of these in your defense and benefit from their defensive buffs. Let's look at the requirements. So these are tasks that you're going to have to do during the weekend. There is some crossover here, at least from the multi-gem side. So break blue, very, very easy. Break blue gem damage. Actually, there's a tremendous amount of overlap here. Break one multi-gem, deal 1250 with any Hogan. Hogan comes up a lot, plus Legends Era comes up a lot here. So again, a lot of overlap with Hogan, which is nice for Energy Saver. Deal 1250 damage with any new generation superstar. Deal 1250 with any Legends Era. Deal 1250 with any $1 million corporation superstar. Deal 13,500 with any Hulk Hogan. Deal 13,500 with any new gen. So again, overlap there if you're seeing it with Bam Bam. So Striker Bam Bam covers a lot of this as well. And I think he's a 350, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's a 350 bonus for using him each time as well. Deal 13,500 with any Legends Era. That's a bonus. Deal 13,500 with any $1 million corporation. Deal 15,000 damage with Viscera, the Ministry of Darkness. So you're going to use that multi-build, red, yellow, 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 red, red, something like that. Deal 15,000 with any Bam Bam Bigelow $1 million corpse. So there you go. More overlap, more energy savings. Deal 15,000. Oh, this is painful. Damage with the Great Muda, Pearl of the Orient, or if you're like me, deal 0 damage and get 0 points in this because I don't have Muda yet. Yeah, the Tour CSS actually coming up, Plato. That's coming up towards the end. Win the showdown. battle with King Kong Bunny, that's 10,000. And then the bonus points for you just usage with any win the showdown tournament battle with any striker, that's 350. And then win a showdown battle with King Kong Bunny, the walking condominium, that's 1,500. So I guess you double up this since he's a striker, you get 1850. Faction competition, earn King Kong medallions from tours, solo contest, and showdown competition. Max milestone 12 million. 2 million King Kong solo points. 20 King Kong Bunny walking condominium shards. 100 King Kong medallions, and leaderboard is earn up to 6,500 King Kong medallions on the leaderboard. I think there's some straps in there as well, so that they might be should be drop straps. So here's what we have for tasks for the faction side. You able to hear me now, Jason? Is it on your side or mine? Good. I guess you're good. Collect one King Kong medallion. The first, so you're getting 2x benefit on that. 20 points for every medallion in the first 24 hours, and then 10 points thereafter. That being the tiebreaker. Break one black gem. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Break one black gem damage in showdown. Again, only your gem count. Obviously, there's 60,000 of those that need to happen. 20 points for each of those. Break one trap gem in showdown. So basically, Hall of Fame Brutus is a great option. You can use someone like Radical Seth as well, new gen. So you're getting benefit on that side as well. So there's a lot of crossover between. I like when this is what I call holistic gameplay, where it makes sense on both sides. There's overlap. There's good for energy savings for those that don't like the energy version of the game showdown. This helps you, and this is a lot better, a lot smarter, more intuitive design to the game and the tasks. Break one trap gem, break one multi gem. So again, very very simple, very easy tasks, stuff that we've seen quite a bit in the past, and there's tremendous overlap there. Limited time tours. Play tours and contests. Kaito, this one's for you. Play tours and earn contest points and recruit King Kong Bunny for massive extra medallions and shards. 1,000 King Kong medallions plus 10,000 the 555 tour. So the 555 being funny. The 555 tour is the Sunday one. So we'll see what those tours are going to. We'll see that tour layout coming up. 3,853,000 King Kong solo contest points. 37,000 King Kong faction contest points in the tours. Friday we have two. We have three tours. Friday we have three tours. You have the early recruitment tour, which is a King Kong Bundy tour if you get the early recruit, and then we have for us normies, we have the King Kong Legends tour. Let's see. Okay, thanks for incorrect. Sorry, just handling someone who's a little bit mouthy in chat and absolutely made no sense and just embarrassed themselves with something. What a ridiculous statement to make. But yeah, I'm not gonna let that slide. Anyway, back to the read. Friday, King Kong Legends, Legends era, Jesse Ventura, The Body, Captain Lou Albano, Andre the Giant, the True Giant of Wrestling, The Great Muda, Pearl of the Orient. That's going to be the Friday King Kong Legends tour. The other Friday tour, Challenge, Normal, $1 Million Corp, Hard Legends, Hell, Attitude Era. Oops, what's going on with my screen here? Normal tour is going to be Tatanka, War Eagle, King Kong Bundy, The Walking Condominium, any Bam Bam Bigelow. Hard is going to be any acrobat, any striker. Hell is going to be any striker, any powerhouse. So very, very open tours there. What's up, Magic? Friday we've got another tour, so it actually three tours. Sorry, three tours on Friday. So well plus the bonus tour. WrestleMania 2 main event. Hell, Hulk Hogan. Hollywood Hogan, the Immortal Hulk Hogan Hall of Fame, and who's recently revamped. He's actually a lot better now. He still might not be a frontline character, but he's if you're going to be using him, have fun. There's a power gem build, but everyone should be able to do that. And I guess normal and hard mode are going to be open. Saturday, Ladder Queens, Io Sky, Damage Control, Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, Naomi Return of the Glow, Naomi Return of the Glow. Sorry, I got distracted. Saturday, Big Mommy Cool, any Trickster or Raquel Rodriguez, which everybody has. They get it for free on launch day. So Raquel Rodriguez tour. Hopefully, you got enough tokens and it's not as bad of a tour. I guess some people were having issues with her early on. Sunday, King Kong Strikers, any striker. Bam Bam Bigelow, Million Dollar Corporation, Andre the Giant, the True Giant of Wrestling, Omos, the Colossus, and The Rock, Final Boss. Sunday night, SmackDown, Female Tours, Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring, Piper Niven, recently revamped this month actually, the Scottish Powerhouse. And she also has gear this month, so plus 4 MP. So those tours should be pretty easy. And then Sunday, if you got King Kong Bunny 555, King Kong Bunny, the Walking Condominium Tour, 6 stars, should be 10,000 medallions in there. I'm not sure what else would be in there. So in addition, you do have an extra chance at 5-star gold King Kong Bundy by providing insightful, coherent, not trolly, terrible trolling actually, not even good trolling, trolling commentary on forum. Provide good, scalable, insightful feedback on it, and you could win a 5-star gold King Kong Bundy, the Walking Condom in the forum giveaway. And as always, join the official champions community on the official forum and provide that feedback. You could also join the Discord server, which I posted a couple times. We talked about it. I'm going to close this now. Go back into my stream manager. And you can join that. There's actually going to be a AMA coming up with Scopely folks, and I believe Purple is going to be on there as well. But you're going to have direct access to people who are either a liaison to Scopely or for Scopely, to you and for you, myself included there. But there's a lot of good chatter in there, some playful trolling as well. Some ribbing. People know each other for years in the game, and there's channels for game suggestions, bug reports, faction support, all that kind of stuff. So join that server as well. Those are two feeds. Before we sign off for the evening, is there anything that anybody else wanted to see? I believe there was an ask for the plates. Let me show you the plates. Yeah, absolutely, JB. No problem. Weekend prize wall. There we go. It's on the delay, so you'll see it in about 5 seconds here or so. Ah, not touching that one. 20K. I am not rearing the blog, nor will I be reading it again. So the shards that are available are here. So Alliance Austin, the last time is now Cena, Hard Times Dusty Rhodes, the True Giant of Wrestling, Big Boss Man the Corporation, Alexa Bliss, Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom, and then straps, some trap straps, 2X affiliation, tier 6 medals, star frag. So basically your basic economy stuff, resource stuff. And then the skill plates, you have the rainbow reinforcement, and then you have the individually colored or color specific reinforcement gem plates. If I have enough for any of these, I'm getting green. If I have enough for this, I will get the rainbow reinforcement. I don't know what the pricing is just yet. My guess, and this is strictly guess, don't hold it against me. My guess would be that the rainbow one would be 25,000 and the individual ones would be probably 16 to 20K piece. The rainbow one makes the most sense, obviously, because it covers everything. But if depending on where you are, your limitations financially or otherwise, obviously these will be available to you. Hopefully they're more favorably priced. I don't know what the total is going to be once it goes live because everything is a work in progress, as you see blazing across your screen. Work in progress and subject to change, as you do see the STC on the bottom left. So is life, subject to change. Anything else that anybody wants to see? I don't know when the official blog is going to go live because they do make changes up until pretty late. I know people get upset about that. It's an ongoing conversation, but they do make changes. They want to make sure it's right. So, gears. Well, there's no gears on this one. The only gears that I mean, any gears that were mentioned were Piper Nevin has one that's available through Armory Loot, and then Armory Contest itself, and that's the only gear that we've discussed. Unless there's something else you mean. Did you mean the plates? 'Cause I just had that up on the screen. You got it, no problem. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good weekend. I love play at your pace type weekends, especially Showdown because you have the ability to play whenever as long as you get on. Look, generally what I do is I have a very whacked out life. What I do is I try to get on as early as close to reset as possible, or from reset as possible, and at least do one so I have another hour to do another one, another two. I plan out my who I'm going to use and why I'm going to use them. So for me, I'm always going to do the faction stuff first and foremost. That's the most important thing to me. Nothing else matters. I don't care about my solo progress. So I'm going to use Hall of Fame Brutus and help the faction out that way. And when the stuff recycles, maybe if I have, I'll go and do my own stuff. That's just kind of how we do things where we are. So that's the way that I approach it. But I know a lot of people, middle of the night for them around the world. So, want to wake up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 2 in the morning, whatever it is, and have to do, have to do one just to get the energy system, you know, quota essentially is a little cumbersome for people. So I do get that. Thanks, Mike. All right. Anything else we want to see? We want to talk about before we sign off? I had fun tonight, minus the one doofus who literally does nothing but does this on every feed. All right. Show me the shards again, please. Sure, Joe. You want the prize world shards, right? I'll read it out too, just in case you're mobile or whatever. Shards available. Steve Austin, the Alliance. I don't know how much or what the cost is, but these are the shards that are going to be available through the wall. John Cena, Last Time Is Now. Hard Times, Dusty Rhodes. Andre Giant, the True Giant. That's the striker. Big Boss Man, the Corporation. Alexa Bliss, Twisted Bliss, and Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio. Is there a shard pace you think we should get for McCool? I think for McCool, freak, let me see if I can check what out the, yeah, the game's going to reload. I think I'm at 15-15 or something like that right now. So I guess that's a decent pace. You can get the plates then, Joe. That would probably be your target, your chase for the weekend. The plates are nice. It's always nice to have gem damage plates, especially ones that are actually useful. Freak, for your comment, I think being halfway makes sense, but a lot of times they backload this. So if you're like going to the final week and it feels like you're off pace, but basically off pace being if it's 3,000 recruit being 800, um, or 750 um, per week, they might have 1,000 in the final week. I'm not saying that for sure. Um, Cash in, no, I'm behind on some stuff, so I didn't do some of the things that need to happen. Obviously, WLC, I'll get some action out of that, whatever that ends up entailing. But I'm still behind on some tours. I didn't do the blitz. Um, and I didn't use the medallion on the MLC wall. Free shards this weekend for Michelle. There's none for King Kong bunnies anywhere from 100 to 110. And then McCool has another 100 available in solo milestone premium, 20 in offers, 80 in solo, and then 50 solo, 50 in offers for King Kong bunny. I'm scrolling up to it now. You'll see it in a second. You got it, brother. No worries. Happy to help. Happy to show you. Where are you so far, Freak, on McCool? I'm at 1620 after cash. Oh, you're in a good place right now then. She's really fun. I posted part two of the preview with her with the black build. I think it was like 110 or 120 million or something like that on two moves. I like her. I don't love the multi builds. I'm not a multi character player. I don't. I just don't like it. It's just it's a flex thing. But I do like her green set, and then this. I don't know if we're getting anything extra for her, moments, gears, whatever. But it's about 80 million just off those two. Plus she's RA, which is a great area of great gap that we need to fill for the female side, so we don't have to use Molly, so we don't have to use Stacy. Although I do have a one build for Stacy that is pretty effective, but you need stuff for it. Super Stacy, that is. But she covers a lot of gaps that people need. She's a showboat, which is always good for HP side. Um, but this reinforced plate is good for her. She's probably doing about 110, 115 million on two moves, low MP. I'll take that all day long. From what they said, everyone should get McCool just by basically playing the game. Cores, Showdown, basic stuff. I mean, stuff that if you have a pulse, you should get McCool. And it's not one of those where she must be free, so she must be terrible. She's a fun card. I like her. That's a nice strap. That's a good strap for her. 130. Any gem damage strap on a showboat's always good. There's not really as much margin for error there, just because they're not as strong on that side. They're more HP driven, but she's a fun card. And the good thing is that Twisted Bliss, who was a free card and a huge upgrade in all the other blisses that we had, I actually saw a lot of her in this past feud. She is her trainer essentially, right? Because she's getting two green MPs. You're starting with one, so she's loaded right away, and she's getting 100% reinforced gem damage boost right there. Again, if you're gonna keep trolling, you might as well just leave the stream. You're still here, so you're obviously enjoying it, which is fun. Thank you. I don't get anything for it. I don't stream in my own channel generally. I haven't, just some test stuff. And there's no revenue generated. There's no money. It's pennies if anyone gets anything anyway. I've gotten zero. I intend to not get any revenue from it. If I want to make money, I would just trade, and that's it. I'm not doing this for that. So again, you tried, you failed. Just quit while you're behind already. Three Eagles. I'm actually going to time you out because you're wasting time. 1690 for McCool, 1240 for King. Yeah, so unless you're chasing King, I don't know if his shards are going to be available this weekend in the loot. If you are going to spin the loot, as they say, it does. I didn't get any word that it was shardless or otherwise, but I do imagine that his shards would be available there because he is, the A tier card anyway. So I can't imagine it being a shardless. But I've seen crazier things happen. I remember, I remember when 123 Kid came out, and there was paid pull shards dropping one shard. Good job, Arbon. You're far ahead of the game then. One shard of 123 guy, and I was pulling it. I think I did a 20 $20 pull at that point. It was like seven loot, whatever it was. And I was looking at, I'm like, did I really just get one shard, two shards? It was like 1600 recruiter, 1200, I forget what it was. I'm like, I really just got that? I really just got one shard. So bad. It was such a bad release. Oh my goodness. I know people were rage pulling on that too. It was so bad. It was so bad. Luckily, we don't have that anymore. There's been some really, really bad debuts. Really, really bad debuts. But, you know, all right. Anything else before we sign off? All right. Yeah, he was good at that time, believe it or not, just because the way he was with project gems and everything, but he's not a turn one card by any means. My pleasure, Joseph. Debut should be good. I mean, think about some of the cards that we had back then that we went crazy over that. I mean, Jimmy Uso Bloodlines, not great, even still with all the stuff. Watch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. G had some G had some great videos back then. I remember watching it. I never really watched any streams or anything. I was never big on it, obviously. until I started doing this or getting more involved in this scenario for writing content independently, and then now doing this more officially, which I'm very grateful for the platform and the chance to do so. Connecting with some wonderful people, minus that doofus again. But we, I used to, I would tune into it. I would watch G doing the, pulling and then doing some rage pulls, especially Seth Rollins, this, original, the Trickster, and they did like 32 or 34 megas or something. My mother was, she's like, "What are you watching this guy doing?" I'm like, "I'm watching him do pulls." I was like, "I never seen anything like this before." It was my first foray into like Twitch and gameplay videos and all that that were not like actual gameplay videos, tutorials or whatever. For a console game was just the only thing I really ever watched anything for. But it was more like read throughs. Then watching them do rage pulls on that, I was like, "Oh, this is hard to watch." Nah, I don't care. He's timed out anyway. I'll just probably block him next time. Doesn't matter. I don't mind trolls, but at least be good about it. Be enjoyable. Alrighty. Good stuff. Have a wonderful weekend, all. Good luck chasing. I don't know if there's any kind of bags that we can benefit from, but there are some stretch milestones that hopefully get some bangers. The medallions on there to get some good stuff this weekend. Enjoy. I'm available on Discord basically around the clock just because I don't sleep much. You can catch me at Flexodon on there, and you can join me in that server as well, the official server. I'm there a lot just because I'm modding it or helping mod it. You can also catch me on Twitch. You can catch me on YouTube. Catch me wherever. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the support. My pleasure. Thank you, Freak. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. Have a wonderful weekend, all. Talk to you all soon.